All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here live. As I'm looking at my mission control screen, I just want to go ahead and reiterate to everybody that right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tabs open amongst 4 different screens and 5 different programs. So glad to have you all here. How are you doing, Elle?
I'm doing great.
You were like looking at your fingernails like, oh, that's all you mount onto while you're playing Dungeons and Dragons?
I had a hangnail, and so I was dealing with that.
Nice. Dan, how are you doing tonight? We're glad to have you back.
I am glad to be back. I am thrilled. Crendon has a fireball and finger that's itchy and ready to go.
Nice. And Will, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well.
Nice.
There you go.
Thank everybody for joining us tonight for this kind of holiday crossover. As a reminder, hey, what's up, Lord of the Rings fan? Glad to have you here. We are kind of going through this kind of holiday multi one shot. What is the official doctrine definition of what we are doing?
I feel like one shot is still a thing. Multiple sessions. One shot. The shot does not refer to the number of sessions.
A multi-shot. Okay, I like multi-shot. I think
it's a shotgun.
Yeah,
it's a shotgun.
Perfect.
But we are glad to be here this evening. We're going through our multi-shot as with our heroes, as we have people that are kind of in and out throughout the holidays, taking care of various business and seeing family and having a good time. With that, we have a few announcements tonight of just basic stuff. Will, do you have anything for the group?
Not right this moment.
That's why I let you go first.
Coming soon,
the shortest. All right, Dan, how are you doing, bud?
How am I doing? I am doing well. I feel like there's something missing in my life, though. I feel like there's a hole in my heart, and that hole can only be filled through the power of Ombligo del Diablo, a 5th edition Mage the Ascension podcast. If you have any questions about that, being the World of Darkness connoisseur that you, dear viewer, quite clearly are, I say, hey, why don't we tell you all about that when you come and listen to our podcast? We'll explain it real good, I promise. It's a spicy podcast, as Lawrence would certainly be quick to explain to you. With
spicy milk, I do believe.
Let's drop that analogy. That just didn't work last time.
No, we're rolling with it. It's caught on. The masses demand the milk, but no milk is there in Ombligo del Diablo, because it is a grown-up podcast with all sorts of unsanitary, unspeakable, terrible things that happen to people. So you should certainly be aware of that before you go into it. But it is great dramatic storytelling. There are plot twists and turns aplenty, and all of the characters are memorable and exciting, including one Vincent Braddock, who is clearly played by the handsomest person there. And we would love to have you check it out. I can post a link to that on our chat.
Thank you very much, Dan, and congratulations on over 5,000 listens. Elle, you got any announcements for us?
Well, there's still a shop, and it's still awesome. There's super cool merch in there. Things like cool t-shirts and tank tops and sweaters and blankets and mugs and stickers and all sorts of really cool stuff. And I'm sure there will be new things very soon. Your girl was just at Emerald City Comic Con, and she didn't have a lot of time to work on stickers. So that's what happened. But it's super cool, and you should check it out. The next thing I guess I could announce is Gooey Cube. They've got all sorts of super cool stuff that's just coming out. In fact, Menace in the Mist and Strangely Gooey Holiday just dropped. So if you're in need of some one-shots or multi-shots, as some may call them, things to do over the holiday with all your friends, just need something to kind of plug and chug so you can buy yourself a session. They're really fun. They're really cool. Strangely Gooey Holiday is so fun, and it's so cute, and I just love it a lot. So you should check it out. Plus, all the Kickstarter kids are starting to get super cool stuff, which means that super cool stuff is coming to our website. So if you have any questions at all about Kickstarter or Gooey Cube or anything at all, you can message me or you can email Gooey Cube, and I'll still probably be the one to answer, so don't worry.
That is very true. There's multiple different reasons to reach out to Gooey Cube, and they all basically lead back to L.
Hello, it's me.
For the Strangely Gooey holiday, Cameron Mandy's actually going to do her first DMing experience. She's going to do that. I was not invited to the game because last year I played with our good friend Dead Lemons, and apparently I went 2 balls to the wall.
Was it Quimber again?
It wasn't Quimber. It was just a sort.
Full force at the Christmas game last year.
That's true. No, it was a sorcerer. I love anytime I do a one shot, I do the exact same thing where basically I make a fire type something, whether it's cleric or sorcerer or whatever. And then every time I attack, I just Google up a Bible verse about fire and I quote that right as I do it.
Was this
it's very
who got turned into a genie at the
Yes,
end?
100%.
Oh my god, I'm dealing with the repercussions of your character years later. My poor, wonderful NPC got turned into a genie because of your NPC.
It's true. It was great. Dead Lemons did such an amazing job. It was one of my favorite one-shots. But the entire time when we were playing, because I'm an extremely experienced player, and because Dead Lemons was DMing for my father, who's as old as Will, and also had played, a whole ton. Yes, it is a true story. Those are all true things. Because we were both used to it, there are a lot of the different tropes and stuff like that Dead Lemons used we were familiar with, and we were able to avoid things like the mermaid pit, stuff like that. Yeah, and there's like another time where we're in a hallway and there are these statues that clearly, and we have new art. I didn't expect
hi. You just put that up there and like no intro on it.
Hello.
I went to do an intro and I finally got the screens configured to pull it up. But then it just did it automatically. So anyways, we have new art.
It's wonderful.
Oh my god, there's a little mustachio pulling on your leg.
There is me trifled with the various monsters that I've created. We have some Kenna and Rezor, which is pretty exciting because that's one of my favorite NPCs to play. We have the brand new Kitsune, Colopia, which we're pretty excited for. And we got the brand new Frosty Glen. What are we going to call this? What is this?
I mean,
is it Frosty Glen? Is it
Glacier Glen?
Glacier Glen? Is it Ice Baby Glen?
Ooh, he is Frosty.
Glacier Ice
Frosty
Glen.
boy.
Glacier Ice Glen. What's the you know how Mountain Dew has a code red? Don't they have like a blue one also?
It was lightning something or whatever. It was
Like Glacier Freeze Gatorade or something like that.
Glacier Freeze Glen. But yeah, we have some of this coming soon to stores near you. Yeah, all available in all Walmarts nationwide. If they don't have it, ask for it.
You're making a lot of promises, man.
Available
voltage. Voltage. It's voltage.
We wouldn't make promises we didn't know if we could keep.
Glen Voltage.
Glen Voltage. That's a pretty rare one too.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull that down.
They still make voltage. Stuff's good.
Anyways, so back to Dead Lemons did a very great job. The role playing is awesome. There was some very clear things though, and me, I'm not the person that's like, let's stay here and fight to the death. Well, I'm like, hey, let's bypass this and get to the end. So we skipped all of her combat encounters. So we walked into the final thing completely full. There's this demi-goddess and this brass dragon. So I'm like, well, we're killing the brass dragon. Like, that's happening. And the brass dragon was apparently very important to the other campaign that they're in. So I was doing things like because there's multiple times I tried to escape and I would counterspell the dimensional door or whatever they were trying to do to get out. I was like, no, we're fighting. And then at one point, the temple starts to fall down. And so everybody else is like, we're going. And I'm like, go. I got this. So then I'm one-on-oneing this demi-goddess and this dragon.
I want everyone to know Lawrence is the reason that the campaign I'm in now is as difficult as it is.
It is.
Lori won't let us skip any combat. She comes for us.
the dragon and the demigoddess finally get away. I go on over. I find the little secret thing that we were supposed to find to keep the temple from falling down and killing everybody. And then I get sucked into this thing that says, hey, you can have one wish.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, I wish for the power to be able to basically like save my brother, because I had a twin brother in there. To save my twin brother, which they turned me into a genie, gave me enough power to save him, but then I was trapped being a genie, which was like, all right, cool.
Well, I mean,
yeah, no,
trade-offs.
Yep, sounds about right.
It's a one
Are
shot.
you bad guys? Brass dragons are supposed to be nice.
All that I know was that I was an adventurer in a temple, and Dory slash Dead Lemons. Her name's definitely not Dory. It's Dead Lemons.
Demons.
Dead Lemons was very pissed that we skipped everything. So she, I think, initiated combat, because I'm a roleplay first type person. Initiated combat. Then after that, I was like, game on. I love sorcerers. They're so much fun. But anyways, so Cameron Mandy didn't invite me because I guess she's afraid I was going to do something like that, which I probably definitely would. It is what it is. But definitely check out that Strangely Gooey Holiday. Have some holiday fun. Run a game for your family if they've never ever played. It's a great thing to do after you guys have had your Christmas dinner, to go ahead and start rolling some dice and have a good time. My announcement was that we had new art. So since that got interjected into my story, let's go ahead and jump on in. Lady and gentlemen, are you all ready?
Well, of course.
Let's go.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and do a music change, because
I know we
why
can
not?
hear the music.
I know, it's real cool.
It's, yeah, there's many different ways to skin a cat when it comes to streaming. Ironically, I don't know if it's ironically. So when you look at all the streaming tools that are available to everybody, all of them are 100% focused on gaming streamers, for first-person shooters and stuff like that. But I think Critical Role has the highest watched stream on Twitch. But there's still virtually no tools available for Dungeons and Dragons streamers. So it's
Interesting. I wonder if that's because they just feel like, yeah, Critical Role's got a huge budget and can handle themselves, and anybody else isn't as big.
The streaming community is very strange in general.
LA by Night's pretty big.
Yeah. They're fun.
I think it's not Adventure Time. Who's the other one? I know Dungeons and Daddies I've seen a lot of.
Yeah. Adventure Zone.
Adventure
Zone, that's right. Yeah.
I've never actually listened to any of these things.
I saw the Adventure Zone guys at Emerald City. That was cool.
That is pretty
In
cool.
passing, they walked past us, and I was like, and Lola was like, "That's them. That's the people." And I was like, "Yeah,
they do the thing."
When's the next con? It's going to be Genghis Khan?
It is. It's Genghis Khan here in Colorado, in Denver. It is the end of February. I want to say it's the very last week. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be doing some super cool stuff. We're doing like a major Great Gooey Adventure giveaway game show kind of thing. We're going to have panels with Alphinius. We're going to have GMs running games. We have our booth there. It's going to be a really awesome time. So if you're in the area, or hey, you just need a vacation to Denver, you should come, because it'll be a lot of fun.
And it will conquer nearly the whole of Asia and much of Europe.
Yes. Promises we can't keep, but yes.
100%. All right, then. With that, lady and gentlemen, we jump right back in to our adventure. So, this is way too... No, we need something. Let's do something like this.
Man.
Yeah, I know. That's like right off the bat. Okay, here we go. That'll work.
Contemplative.
Our adventurers were chosen by none other than the seeress of the Blue Veil Troop, Mother Salvensa, to enter into her mind as a very powerful... What's the word I'm looking for the type of magic that predicts the future?
Divination.
Thank you. As a very powerful divinatress.
Diviner?
Yeah, there we go, diviner. You didn't know, I'm suffering from a concussion and therefore cannot think straight. They're lucky there's not like Klingons and stuff like that just randomly coming up. It is a good day to die. As a powerful diviner, she had discovered that there was a particular vision that was locked away deep in the recesses of her mind. So deep, in fact, that she could not reach it. And so she had asked some of the Frenta of the Blue Veil to enter into her mind and basically pry it out. All of our heroes accepting this task touched Mother Salvensa's crystal ball and were transported into the vast space that is her mind. There, they were given special powers as they entered into a place called the Doom Vault. This was from an ancient order of wizards from a long ago time where a different Cirrus had actually experienced. Our 5 heroes were transported there and immediately confronted by an undead gambit bent on their destruction. Heroically, though, they had fended off all of the assailants, barely, and had relaxed for a moment to try and recatch their breath before exploring the vastness that is the Doom Vault. Theros, you, after slaying the vampire, had opened up the sarcophagus and had retrieved something of particular interest to you. A key. This key seemed to be made of solid black onyx, was jagged and almost but smooth to the touch. And as you sit on the steps of the entrance of the vampire's lair, you run your fingers over it as all of a sudden it begins to glow, hot red in your hands. A bright flash obstructs your views, and all of a sudden you are somewhere else. You are in a place called the Gatehouse, which is where you were before. Here you see one door which you had previously opened, but now there is another door. This door on the outside has vines that wrap around the front of it, and you see a keyhole right above a doorknob. Quember looks around and he goes, I got to tell you, I think the amount of magic that we're dealing with is far beyond anything we've ever seen before.
Well, it's all memories of Mother Salvensa, so she's seen more than we can imagine.
I understand that. There's just parts of this place that stretch past my even imagination, you know what I mean? Not even my dreams have ever touched the ideas of this kind of place.
I think we'll all have bigger dreams after this.
I think that's about right. Crendon,
Survive.
Yes, hello.
you getting the song of our victory ready?
I've plucked a few notes so far. I have to admit I've been quite contemplative about the whole affair, actually. Seeing this place, all of this majesty and nightmare, all from a dead woman's point of view. It reminds you of the enormity of time and just what a speck on the timeline that we are.
Neftalia kind of takes a moment and she kind of looks around the very plain room that you all are in. Wooden floors, wooden walls all around, and then the top is just black, like a night sky without stars. And she just kind of looks up for a moment. She kind of is examining the room and then goes over and takes out her bow, pulls out an arrow and shoots it straight up at the sky. You don't hear it hit anything. You don't hear it return down to the earth. And she just looks at the 2 doors that are now in the room. just with hawkish eyes.
You said
Unsettling.
there's one door we have already entered through,
Yes.
and the other one has vines on it,
Yes.
like actual vines or carved vines into the door.
You gonna go touch it?
No, I'm just looking at it. Can I tell?
Yeah,
you?
it's actual vines. That was a pretty dumb question, or that was a pretty dumb answer. Yeah, they're actual vines.
And is the looking at the keyhole? Is it onyx or is it metal or what?
It's actually wood,
Okay.
but it looks like it takes a skeleton key, like what you're carrying.
Hey, Natalia, these vines mean anything? What kind of plant is this? I'm assuming I don't know.
She goes over and she walks up to the door and she goes, "Oh, look at this! It says speak friend and enter." But she walks on up and she kind of takes a look and she kind of runs her fingers over the leaves. She takes out just a little knife and she goes over and goes to cut into the vine and does so. Briefly looks in at this green core, but then it almost immediately heals back up. She goes, "My guess would have to be that this was magical vines, not natural. They don't mean anything to me. They don't look poisonous by any means." And she kind of rubs her fingers over the actual leaf blade itself and kind of rubs them together and doesn't. What she's looking for is like oil that would come off of it, like poison ivy or poison oak.
Heck of a ranger. This is poisonous.
Well, as you would know, poison ivy and poison oak only affect it if you don't wash it off immediately because it seeps into your skin that way. So,
Does your tongue
Does she
being
have
having spit
prestidigitation?
count?
what'd you say? What'd you say, Dan?
Nothing helpful.
Oh, okay. Are you all done being stupid? I had some more, but you can stop if you want.
Please continue.
Brandon,
Yes.
you seem to be a man of many talents. You think you can use this key to open the door?
Well,
I mean, if there's some sort of trap, I think you'd be the best one to find it.
That's
I could
100% not what
before
that
we open the
was.
door.
I could start by looking for one, I suppose. Maybe check. I don't know.
I need a group vote real quick that everybody agrees that Theros was trying to sacrifice Crendon right now.
Oh, absolutely. But I wanted to see it happen.
I abstain. I would like to check the door for traps. Yeah. Rolled a 12. Would that be plus perception?
Investigation.
Investigation. In that case, 16.
Does not appear to be trapped. And basically what happens is you take your tools and you kind of start picking around inside the lock. You're looking for different sounds. You're looking to see if something's going to get triggered. You go on over and you take a... it's the thinnest piece of metal you could find. And it's very flimsy. But what it's very good at is you can actually push it in between door jambs and kind of run it along as you're kind of looking for tripwires and things of that nature. You don't find any of that. You use your bardic senses to go on over and you're feeling for runes up and down around, and you don't seem to find anything like that.
Well, I don't believe that I'm going to explode. Yeah, send me the key.
Hey, Daros. I just got a quick suggestion for you. It seems like we might be in a place of safety right now. I know I'm pretty wiped as far as my magical abilities go. I don't know where the rest of everybody's at.
I could
Fresh
use
out of
a nap.
fireballs, at least.
I could use a nap.
Let's all lie down for a while. I'll take first watch.
Lovely.
Oh, good.
All right. Yeah, I'll roll out a bed sheet and flop on there. Bemoaning.
Neftalia like sets up a full tent even though you guys are inside.
Always so extra.
Well, don't have to explain it to you, dear. The arrow didn't come back down, so if by all means, magical rain could descend at any moment. I would imagine you wouldn't want to get your dress wet.
What a unique experience that would be. And she kind of lays out this very dainty, like, pink bedroll with all these little like tiny intricate details to it that she spent way too long decorating.
She pulls out
Yes.
like a little vial and lights some incense,
Oh,
just
yeah.
the normal things you have when camping.
Absolutely.
You know, actually, on second thought, I was going to do my normal routine and just stare at the sky a bit, and then I realized that it's a void of unfathomable darkness. Is there room for one more in there?
Yes, Crendon, by all means.
I'll
However,
take it.
you sleep head to foot, and you better not cross my side of the tent.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Smooth attempt, though.
I was attempting nothing except to avoid having my conception of reality shattered.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Crendon just rolls for madness.
And then we started playing Call of Cthulhu.
Everybody roll a d20.
6.
Ooh. Just a straight D20, 14.
9.
Interesting. Very interesting.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
You guys rotate guard throughout the night or the day or whatever it is kind of time that you guys are all in. But 8 hours pass and you all are fully rested. Talia breaks down her tent, puts it back inside of her backpack, oils her weapons first thing in the morning.
What a strange coincidence. No magic rain.
Any sign of the arrow yet?
None that I saw.
It did not seem to fall.
Suppose we should go climbing up there at least.
Quember kind of takes a look and goes, I watched it for some time last night. I think it is somewhere in the astral plane. It is like a sea that never ends. They are said to be different peoples that actually sail on the winds of the astral sense. Pirates, sailors, gods, and the undead all alike.
Oh, well, mystery solved, everyone. No need to worry any
Unsolved.
longer. There's only an endless sea above our heads.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
I
Think of all
suggest
the
we stay
stories.
on land.
Fair enough.
All right, everybody ready?
No, let's go.
Sounds good. Go ahead and you insert the key.
Mhm.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Beautiful. All right, it's pretty good. What do I add on that? Oh, I had a lot on that. 24.
You walk on up to this thing. You take it out of your pocket. You spin it like a handheld cannon, and then all of a sudden, like without stopping it, you just insert it in, turn it, and open the door.
Beautiful.
A bright light emits from the door, and all of a sudden, you all are in a forested area.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, good. Strange place to be in. Something called the Doom Vault, but I'll take it.
Are we on sort of path of any type? Or
I will show you.
I'm just saying, my skin tone looks much better against a tree backdrop than a dungeon backdrop.
Oh, darling, you'd look lovely wherever.
Crendon, you're my favorite.
Mwah.
A couple made in heaven. Aha! Yes, it works. You guys can't see it yet, but it does work, which makes me very happy.
Yay.
Woo!
Well, 20 is always a
gamble.
Yep.
Oh, look at you. Look at you being able to go full size with that, like, over part of your face. That's
this
real
thing's actually, again, StreamYard is very close to being the best thing for this because I can also do this.
Oh.
Neat.
Like I said, I can do this one, which is kind of cool, which is where it's a big me.
Big Lawrence.
I can do this.
I
And I think I
disappeared.
can I switch it back and forth? No, I can't. And then I can do this.
Excellent.
Anyways, let's go back to these. Bam.
What can we
All right.
hear and smell?
You instantly are transported into lush green forest. You hear birds chirping. You smell wood, dirt, pine, grasses. But you look up and it's just a haze. And it's a haze that stops about, let's call it 25 feet up. So basically it looks like almost there's this fog that sits at about 25 feet, cuts off the tops of the trees and such. It's quite bright down here. But that is what you hear. You occasionally hear the sounds of like different bugs and stuff like that, like crickets and cicadas that are very loud, but that make their stuff during the day, not quite at night.
Bugs.
What kind of trees are these?
These trees specifically are native to Xiothe, and they're called the Every Tree, and it's not important to the plot device.
Like deciduous?
Yes.
It's
It's definitely a hardwood, semi-large trunks, at least, I don't know, 7 feet wide.
I would like to know all of its phylogeny, please.
How
Oh,
tall
yes,
is
absolutely.
the grass?
Grass is probably, you're looking at 5-6 inches or so in different spots. You do notice there are some places where there are more or less paths where whatever creatures seem to exist down in here traverse the same routes like you would find in a regular forest. Behind you all, you do see there is this stone 10-foot walkway that leads into a gate, and you can tell that gate is magically sealed.
Probably need a key to open it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably need a spell to open it.
Oh, I've got some of those. I don't know if I have the right one.
Yeah.
You remember seeing some of these in the other area where they basically blocked different entrances and exits out of that area.
I say we look around here for a key. That's what we're supposed to be doing here anyways. Find the keys so we can get down to the lower levels.
Wonderful.
All right.
Everyone make a perception check.
Mm.
Let's roll some perception for characters which I'm controlling. I'm
Twins.
going to probably sing a lot of stuff tonight.
16.
Oh!
Solid
bad.
7.
Quember is rolling his dice. Yeah, not bad. All right. Who got what?
21.
Not bad.
7.
16.
Neftali got 25 with a natural 20.
Ooh.
Quember got a 19. The moment that you guys kind of arrive in here, most of you hear it. Crendon does not, but you hear this very loud.
Can we tell where it's coming from?
Yeah. So if you're looking up at the map, let's say the top of the screen is your 12 o'clock. Looks like it's coming about from the 2-ish. It's outside of your guys' line of sight where you're at right now. So it'll basically be coming around this little cave wall over here. But that's what you hear.
I'm gonna
Follow up. Everyone make a stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
About that.
30.
23.
All right.
Oh,
All
like a 3, like a
right. All
solid
right.
3. But I would like to use a GUI reward.
Ooh. Stand by. Let me go get them.
Told
guys
you not
have
to
to
wear
remind
bells
me
on
to
your
use it.
clothing.
Look, I like being sparkly and noisy. Then everyone has to look at me when I walk in a room.
So you're describing yourself as bait.
What works, works.
All right. So, as a reminder to everybody, for Elle's birthday present, I gave her 25 GUI rewards that she could use at any time. The only caveat to them is that they had to be used immediately upon drawing. I'm pretty sure you used like 6. I think you used one like
You're
the
up
first
to
session.
6, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you got 19 more to go. GUI reward time. Do you want me to shuffle the deck or you want me to just draw off the top?
Draw off the top.
All right, here we go. It is Viana's Grace. When you use this reward, add 1d6 healing effect administered to you by potion. Use one of the willing creature is unconscious. Give them 1 hit point.
Cool. Well, that's not helpful, but thank you.
So,
Might be helpful here, like next round. But
what'd you roll?
Okay, well, I did my math wrong. It's 4, not 3, but
Nice.
you know.
Yes.
Theros, what'd you do?
I forget. It was a natural 20, so it was a 21, I think.
Theros has to roll too. Hey, Theros
23.
Not Theros. Quimber didn't get the lowest, which is pretty fun. You got infinity. Is that what you got, Dan?
I rolled an 18 for 30.
There's something so delightful when you're like a rogue or a bard.
It feels good.
I am virtually invisible.
25 on stuff.
Satisfying.
So basically what happens is you guys hear the snoring that goes on. Isla, in your infinite wisdom, you wore your bell dress today.
Well, of course I did.
And exactly.
We
And so,
covered that while you were getting the GUI rewards.
yeah. So you shift a little bit and your bells ring, and all of a sudden Neftali goes, Isla, like way too loud, like trying in a hush because she rolled a 7. And you all awake in the Bahir.
We weren't caught until you yelled.
Go ahead, roll initiative. What do you mean? The entire dungeon heard your bells. All right.
Okay, let's go, Lore Bard.
Rock and roll into a combat soundtrack here. Excellent. All right. Get up in here. This is my first time playing a Bahir. I'm pretty excited. Quimber is going to go ahead and get ready to roll. He's going to roll a real solid 9. Neftalia is going to roll 18. All right, let me get theirs logged in here. Quimber is 9. Neftalia is 18. Crendon, what'd you get?
I rolled a 14 for 25.
Isla?
20.
20. Theros?
17.
The Bahir rolled an 18. I'm so excited. Normally what happens is all of the party rolls above the monster and it's practically dead by the time it's its turn. Crendon, top of the round. What do you want to do, boss?
Oh, goodness gracious.
What?
Let's see. I would just like to go ahead and hold that monster.
Casting Hold Monster?
Yep, we're going to use a high level one. No reason to mess around.
You want to know
Let's just-
something really funny about last session?
Huh.
I will play generally anybody else's character except for the rogue because I generally feel like it sucks when the DM it feels like the DM just succeeds every trap and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm playing and I'm like, hey guys, what do you want me to do? And Will's like, why don't you cast Hold Monster on this vampire? And I was like, I don't know, man. That seems like something that Dan wouldn't do first.
If we're only fighting one thing, we're just going to try and win. I see it and I'm like, oh no.
All right, cast Hold Monster. What's the save?
Save is Wisdom 17.
Oh, it's great at these.
Good.
All right,
like
we're gonna
that.
do a dice roll here. We're gonna pull
We're
out
using
my
a high level spell. Let's hope this works.
fancy dice.
Lawrence is contemplative.
It's because it looks like it cocked.
Well, I don't know. That's your call, man.
I think it's a cocked.
Okay.
That's also cocked.
Lawrence, stop.
There's a real weird lip in my little dice tray here. All right, we're gonna roll the other way here. All right, what's this DC?
17.
I rolled a 14 plus 2 for 16.
Oh, zoink.
So wait, what's the effects of it? Froze for 1 minute?
Frozen for duration, concentration up to 1 minute.
Does it get a save every turn?
The creature must succeed or be paralyzed for the duration.
For the duration. If it is attacked, does it get to make another save?
Oh, sorry. At the end of each of its turns, it can make another wisdom saving throw. If it's attacked, it doesn't get one, but at the end of its turn, it does.
All right, sounds good. It freezes, and you see this massive, long, slither-like armed monster dragon thing looking at you all. With that, is that the end of your turn? Would you like to use any bardic inspirations or anything else?
Oh gosh, I can do that, can't I?
Yes, you can.
Let me take. I've got 5 of those to dole out. Yeah. Let's give one to big old Theros to start us off.
Nice. What are you doing to inspire him?
I'd like.
That'd be great, or else he's not inspired. He's despired.
No, I'm going to hold the creature and I say, Theros, it's entirely open. Unleash upon it.
Meh. All right. Isla, or do you want to move anywhere? You have movement steal.
Oh no. I'm
Are
good.
you going to wake up its mother? All right. Isla, it is your turn.
Oh, well, I think I'm going to fireball it because it can't run away.
Sounds good.
Fireball's got a long range, doesn't it, guys?
120 feet, I think.
Okay, we good. So we'll just do that. And then I think it gets a dexterity saving throw, but does it get to make that with hold
I
monster?
think it automatically fails dex save
Oh,
and it's
that's
paralyzed.
really rough, isn't it?
Oh, it's so sad for it.
I hope you roll all ones.
I won't, but that's sweet. It's a sweet thought. Okay, so it is 6d6.
8d6.
8d6. Dear Lord.
I heard it was 1d6.
No, I don't think that's right. Let's see, there's 6. We'll have to re-roll some. I don't have enough dice down here. Whew. That's 20, 30, and then those 29, 30. That's
You suggest that'd be
30
horrible.
fire damage.
30 fire damage, which it's immune to, so it does nothing. That's
I
not
think
true.
you're lying.
Okay, it was like, what? That's not what I remember, but I'll never argue with the DM and their stat block.
No, you guys all of a sudden the whole area is just lit up, and you're just a whole bunch of burnt grass, and Smokey the Bear comes on out and only you can prevent forest fires.
No, I
I'm
can't.
sorry, we're not. You're imaginary. You're a memory of things. Die, Smokey.
Smokey. Isla casts a second fireball just on Smokey the Bear.
Oh, don't worry. He's not really Smokey. He's an ancient Cirrus memory of Smokey.
Smokey the Bear Jr. is now on a freaking quest to go through and hunt down the Hanatas spell dancer that murdered her father.
I would
His
like
father.
that to be somebody's origin story. If you play it, I want to know.
Just Ronin Samurai Smokey.
100%. Smokey the
Oh,
Ronin.
Lord.
Is that the end of your turn, Isla?
I do believe so.
All right.
Oh, wait. I
Do-
might like to shuffle.
Ooh, shuffle the duck.
Can I just move? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Can I move 3 squares in front of Quimber?
3 squares in front of the Quimber.
Yes.
Oh, this is so small.
Shuffle a duck.
Ah, what happened? Okay.
I don't want to stand next to Natalia. She doesn't appreciate my genius.
I have such a hard time role playing being a dick too. Like,
I was going to say it's difficult. I like
is.
message Chloe after every game, like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
it'd probably be easier to be doing it, dude. I just gotta. Okay, here we go. All right, so that is Isla's turn. Bahir's turn. Bahir is going to go ahead and make a what saving throw again?
Wisdom. That is at the end of its turn, so if it does break out, it'll still be skipping the turn.
Yeah, but is it going to use its legendary resistance to break out of it? No, it doesn't have any legendary resistances.
Oh, rough.
7. It is still paralyzed.
Woo! All right. We got 2 whole turns on this thing. Let's bring it down.
Neftalia's turn. Neftalia's going to start off by going ahead and slapping a fairy fire on it.
Ooh, okay.
Fairy fire, just so you guys know, is going to give everybody advantage.
We already have advantage since it's paralyzed.
Well, this way, when it comes out of paralyzation, it also has advantage.
Where are we at the initiative count right now, by the way?
We're at freaking 4.
I'm at 17. You skipped me again.
Sorry, we're at 18.
The fourth place.
The fourth person to go.
Okay.
It was 25, 20, 18, 18, 17, 19.
Okay.
Sit down, slow person.
We rolled high.
You didn't say what Natalia rolled. So.
Anyways. She casts Fairy Fire just so that way it automatically fails its saving throw. If for some reason it gets out, y'all still have advantage on it. I thought it was a good move when I thought of it 3 turns ago, trying to be prepared.
I'm in.
For bonus action, I don't think she has much after casting a spell. She's going to go ahead and cast the Insect Swarm on it to do 1d6 damage. 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Terrible.
As locusts are just slowly eating it away.
It was grasshoppers.
What?
It's
They're
crickets.
virtually the same thing. Do you think that? Well, she might know the difference between a locust and a grasshopper. Or whatever.
Natalia certainly would.
She's not a botanist. Not a botanist. She's not a freaking.
She's a
zoologist.
ranger.
I'm a doctor, not a botanist.
All right. She is going to move to get some cover right down here. She's kind of hiding behind the wall there. She'll update here in a moment. Boop. All right. That's going to end her turn. Next up is going to be. Oh, she does. She does call out and goes, Isla, make sure that you don't strain yourself. We still have a long time before we rest again.
Oh, I'm so glad you care.
Theros, you're up.
Move 40 feet towards it and chuck a couple javelins.
Are you able to move, or you need me to move you?
I can't move it.
All right. Forgot I'm the only one locked in.
Pretty much just straight west.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11, 12.
What's the freaking distance on a javelin?
30 feet.
Cool. It's going to be a disadvantage, but there's going to be advantage because it's not moving and because you have Fairy Fire on it.
Okay.
Thank you, Neftalia. All right.
So a 27-29 hit.
Yeah, jeez.
The 29's a crit. So,
Yeah,
so that's 14 and 10. So total of 24 piercing damage, non-magical.
all right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. Quimber's going to go up next.
Hi, Quimber.
That'll probably work.
Hello.
Isla. Let me see if I can't help out a little bit as well.
Please and thank you.
Although Deros is pretty freaking fast, I feel like he belongs on a track team or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I gotta go down like that. Yeah, so Theros like takes off. Quimber's behind him with like full armor and stuff, just like ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. And it's gonna go and fire off a guiding bolt. Guiding bolt up the butt.
Unnecessary, Quimber. We could have targeted its face.
That is a Critical Role reference for those of us that are big fans.
Yeah, I'm following. I'm here.
All right, 27 a hit, 46 damage. Let's be 11 damage against him. All right, also, just so you guys know, other effects are...
Next
see
attack
what
roll
that
gets has advantage.
damage, 1 round, evocation. Yes, next attack on it has advantage, just so you guys know. And that'll end Quimber's turn. Top of the round, Crendon.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well fireball it too, right?
Yeah.
Burn all your spell slots.
No, let's do it. That's so fun. We'll light the whole thing on fire.
I'll use a 5 and a 3rd on the big terrifying Bahir. Yes.
Carry
No
on.
worries.
It may not be the other big boss monster was a vampire in the last one. This may not be.
Hey, I mean, hold on, 8d6. Let's just let.
We're 10th level characters. We should have known by now that usually don't fight the boss monster first. Usually it's Dorman.
What do we mean first? We're in a giant dungeon. Everything's first and last.
They come at the same time. I'm with him.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna shoot one. Just using its regular 3rd level slot, and
Rock and roll.
Pretty good. 32 damage.
Not bad.
Yeah, and
Smokey runs out. No! Think of the forest! Didn't you see the sign that said we had a high fire danger today on your way into the damn dungeon?
Oh, I think we knocked that down.
And
Didn't we use that for firewood last night, folks?
I don't really have like any ranged weapons to use other than spell. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill. Keep my concentrate up. We're good.
Isla, you're up.
Hi.
Hi.
I think, well, remember how I really only have so many weapon attacks and none of them are far away?
Yep.
I think I'm going to hit it with, let's do a spiritual weapon because that kind of lasts a while.
Sounds good.
She summons it, and today it's like a very beautiful bow
Sounds
that
good.
she then uses to hit people with just to annoy Neftalia because that's not how the weapon is used.
Just a giant bell.
Yeah.
Jingles so loud. Okay, cool. Bow.
Oh,
Sounds
bow.
good.
Either way, perfect. It can jingle.
Neftalia calls out, that's the wrong type of bow.
What? Oh my god, it got a nat 20.
Nice.
So
I like the idea that it's a bow with bows.
I do think I had to move up to about where Theros is to cast it.
I shall move you.
Let's see. Spiritual. One day I'll have all my spells organized and in a place that are easy to get to. 60 feet. Can I get it within there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we got it. So natural 20 to hit, which I would hope hits.
Yes.
Okay, and then a D8 and another D8. Woo! That's going to be 10 damage unless I add anything else to it.
Oh, that should be it.
Spellcasting modifier, I believe.
Oh, yes, I do see that. That is more than, I think it's 15. 15.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
This is the Bahir's turn, finally.
Roll your thing, Bahir. Let us see how well you fare.
Wisdom?
Wisdom indeed.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, guys, let's take this thing down. This was
Yes.
a good use of a spell slot. Let's get to the next room.
Let's do it.
I think Neftalia's going to go ahead and do her 1d6 bugs.
Chop them up, Theros.
It'll be
I've
2.
inspired you.
She'll go ahead and take 2 attacks with her bow.
Very different sort of bow.
Yeah,
The old
exactly.
bow and bugs routine.
All right. 26. Roll again, please. 15. Let's go ahead and do that. The 26 is going to be the first attack because there's multiple forms of advantage going on right now. Yeah, 28. 26 and 28 are our 2 hits. So you can do some damage. That's not bad. 10. And 5. 15 total. All right. Still up. Theros, you're up, buddy.
Move up to 5 feet of it and take a swing with the great axe. Take a couple swings, actually.
All right.
Chop.
At advantage, and if they hit, their crits because
40 foot.
he's paralyzed. I should be able to get there. Looked at it.
Is that just melee attacks or crits, or is that all attacks or crits?
Any attack within 5 feet. That hits.
Oh, yeah. All right, carry on. Do your worst.
So I assume a 22 hits.
Yep.
And,
Screw you, Bahir. and any effort Lawrence put into making you.
Yeah, so 22 to 29.
Yeah, do some damage.
Let's just do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's weak. So 17 plus 12, 29 damage.
29.
Yep, magical slashing.
Theros just walks up and dismembers this thing multiple places.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Oh, let me put the non-combat music back on.
Guys,
Retrieved by 2 javelins.
Guys, I kind of like being level 10. That's cool.
It's so fun.
Go ahead and put the obligatory X on this thing.
I wish I knew how to do that when we were all awake and in the real world.
Hey, Ty, you know if these things swallow gems or anything? Should I cut open its stomach?
Give it
Why
a try.
would you even think that? Why would we assume that it... No, by all means. Go on, Theros.
You cut it open. You see a massive amount of bones that are still freaking being digested, but you don't see any gems.
Any rings or
Nope.
magical helmets?
Yes. But then you realize it's just a bone.
Figure if I asked a really specific question, maybe we'll...
That's honestly when you're playing with me, that's the way to go, 100%. Because I'm like, oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah, you do find that.
How would Isla feel if the world's most beautiful dress was just there, just soaked with Bahir goo? Would you take it?
She might, but it would be like a regift situation.
Nah.
Like clean it up, and then she would give it to like probably Natalia for Christmas. And be
Got
like,
it.
but I kept it just for you because it looks so good on you.
All right. Can we tell
Where
if
do
this
I
is the...
recognize this from?
I have no idea.
kind of poke around its lair, see if there's any sort of... Because it was bedding down here, is there any sort of...
That's something that is interesting. It doesn't seem to have more or less a layer. You can definitely tell a place where it was sleeping. You can tell some major walkways that it had, but it didn't have what you would have read, or at least what Crendon's read, as far as Bahir's having this more pronounced actual area that it's made its own.
Anything interesting about the pond that was beside?
You go on over and check it out. Looks like a normal pond. Again, you do find a few bones and different stuff like that that are in there. And then when you do get around to the back side of the Bahir, you do see this very interesting shackle that is around its leg. It has multiple different runes and glyphs that you're not familiar with, but this thing is huge. It is made of black iron, and it is solidly bound. You can tell it's been rubbing up against his ankle foot thing for some
Ankle
time.
foot. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you find.
Anybody know anything about magical runes? I mean, this...
Do I know anything about magical runes?
I think
You
Isla's
do.
suddenly gone dumb.
I could take a look too.
Isla, you check it on out. These are runes. The most that you can tell is give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Roll.
Whew. 22.
Natural 1. You are semi-familiar with runes in the aspect of like foreign languages where you can be like, oh, that's French. I have no idea what it says, but that's French. That's German. That's some kind of Asian characters, because unless you speak the language, you have no idea, though I like the same.
Right.
You can tell that these are not draconic runes. They are not dwarvish. They are not elvish. They probably have the mark of some wizarding community, which you are not familiar with.
Lame. I mean, I know that they're magic and they're definitely with wizards, but it's not anything fun like Infernal.
Oh, wizards. I'm assuming that they were angry, evil wizards to have kept a monster at their disposal in the middle of the Doom Vault.
The
You know,
wizard
if
we
you think
killed...
about it, we really let him go.
The wizard we killed back there, did we see any runes on him or... that first room.
Nothing that matches up.
Well, I'll at least hope that this thing wouldn't have been our best friend if we'd let it out. Oh well.
I don't think that's the case. I think that it would have eaten one of us at least.
Probably, and as I have to keep reminding myself, it is an imaginary monster.
Not real.
Sayra's here. Why did we kill it? We could have made it
I
our
know.
pet.
We could have all ridden it. It had so many legs.
I mean, Calliope just runs up, roundhouse kicks it.
No!
Die, animal.
Ah!
No!
All right. What are our
Back to the cave from which you came.
I mean, at this point, I do feel like Calliope should get some sort of bonus on animal kicks.
Probably
She
should.
doesn't want to kick animals.
No, but it's a last resort, and
and
when
then
she
kill her.
unleashes it,
You know, since this is all
People love
in
animals.
Mother Salvensa's mind, she could just have a memory of Calliope kicking something. She just pop up and kick something that's in the.
Calliope just randomly pops up. Ah!
oh my god, what if we had our original party as Final Fantasy style summons?
Oh,
That'd be dope.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna look around for other places where we could leave.
For the most part, this entire area looks like forest woodland. You guys don't see all the marks are here, with the exception of off to the. Let me go and pull up the map. Boop. Off to the where, let's say Theros is in the middle, down towards his like 4 o'clock-ish. You guys do see a stairwell down there. Neftalia is standing in a choke point over here that appears to open up to more woodland area. She's been kind of standing there with guard, trying to keep an eye out, trying to like listen, but has not heard anything. At least hasn't told you that she's heard anything.
She's lying.
Uh-oh.
Right, any opinions?
Stairway looks fun.
I'm gonna walk over to Neftalia. What do you see over this way?
She looks around. She kind of talks. She does talk in a quiet tone. As I move you down over that way, she sees what looks like an area that opens up, and then she can just barely see it directly down to you guys at 6 o'clock. It looks like there's another opening, another kind of choke point that leads deeper into this forested area.
I say we go down the stairs. That seems to be.
Sure, we don't want to clear the place out. Might leave us open to being attacked from behind if we don't.
Yeah, but what if that way leads to a different staircase?
I mean, any of them might.
The
I'm down
last
for
thing we
whatever.
encountered here was chained, so it couldn't leave.
Neftalia, where do you want to go?
She thinks for a moment and then says that she kind of looks back. She looks at the staircase. She looks over here. And she says, I think we should probably take the first opening that we see being the staircase and exhaust that area first.
I was going to disagree with you just to make you annoyed, but I kind of want to go to the staircase, so...
Lead
Staircase
the way.
All right.
Okay, that's very disrespectful. There's ladies here, Dan.
I mean, I was going to be the first one there, and
Right over his head. So, Crendon, why don't you go ahead? I'll be like 10 feet behind you. The rest probably be 10 feet behind me.
why does everybody assume I'm so sneaky that this would somehow work?
Because
Crandon, you get to the top of the staircase and you see another one of those ruined gates that was like before you guys in the hallway from where you appeared.
There's a big ruined gate like the one in the hallway from before we appeared.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
well,
Let's
that
head back
answers
down
that
in the
question.
forest.
Further on
Quimber
and
kind of
deeper
speaks
in.
up. He goes, how do we want to go about moving through the rest of this forest?
I think if we're in a forest, Neftalia and I should be up front.
We trying to go sneaky about this?
At least
Absolute.
somewhat.
Is everybody here fully capable of that? Is that even worth attempting?
I think, Quember, probably you, and the other person wearing a lot of metal should stay towards the back.
Neftalia kind of bites her lip because she knows she's going to catch hell for that. But she goes, I wore the wrong armor for this. I'm in chainmail. I'm not quiet.
We're talking about you, darling.
Okay, first of all, you're the one who decided to wear bells, okay? So I was accidental. I was functional. I was ready for an assault. I wasn't ready to sneak around this
I'm
area.
functionally ready for a party. That's all I'm saying.
What made you think that there was going to be a party in the Doom Vault?
Crendon, why don't you and I go up front?
Kind of seems like there would be
Fair
one
enough.
there.
So I want to try to stay like 5-10 feet behind Crendon, just enough so I can get up there and support him if he needs to. But so there's a little bit more space because he's quieter than I am.
I'm hella quiet.
Give me both stealth rolls between the two of you. Neptalia thinks it might be a good idea for her to stay back around the kind of corners over here.
I remember I can roll in the thing. Boom.
13.
Just a 28.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, both of you as well.
I might beat him with a natural 20. Oh,
Just a 7.
20. Not natural,
Nice. What you notice before you is you guys see the next opening, but Mr. Theros, you notice down to your, let's call it 7 o'clock-ish, 8 o'clock-ish, there is vines that are thick, and you don't think there's any wall behind it.
Look over there.
Secret entrance.
Oh, do we have? Oh,
Quimby
I
goes,
see.
a secret tunnel.
Through the mountain.
Yeah, so right where your little dude is down here, this is where you guys find that secret-y entrance type thing.
Do we want to try it before venturing forth?
Yes.
Always take the secret door.
Yes.
We must gather our party
Before venturing forth. Okay. So you call up the rest of the folks?
Yes.
Right, rest of the folks come up here. Boop. Boop.
This looks so fun.
Sure, nothing bad will happen.
Does anybody have an investigate better than 4?
This
technically-
Talia has a
I'm
+6.
Yeah, technically she'd be better at checking for traps than me.
Neftalia, go check for traps.
Especially since it's a vine covered thing.
Investigation! Oh, crushed us. 24. 25.
Yeah.
She goes on up and she kind of peers through. She checks it out. She's looking at the vine. She kind of starts snaking her way through. And then slowly comes back out and goes, there's a giant asleep directly on the other side of this wall.
Is there?
Was
Is
there
he
anything
chained
past the
up?
giant or just a giant?
I didn't quite see. I pulled back once I saw the giant.
Is he chained up like the barrier was?
I did. I just saw the sleeping giant.
I have a familiar who might be of use here.
Yeah, an invisible familiar would probably be of use here.
I'm also very quiet if I could take a peek and look around.
Down for anything.
I don't know. What do you
Whatever
think?
want.
Isla, do you think that your familiar is sneakier than I am?
Well, she is a snake.
Cute.
But if you wanted, you could take her with you, and then at least we'll see when you die horribly to a giant.
I'll reach my hand out for the snake.
She kind of like does a little flick, and it scoots out of her wrist. It's a pretty little white snake.
I ready in action to go charging in after
White snake.
Crendon.
All right, yeah. I'll if she opened the door, peeked in, and was fine, then I will go ahead and sneak my way in.
Give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
And Isla will start watching through Iris's eyes.
Sounds good.
17.
All right.
Bad roll. Bad roll.
Let's go ahead and get rid of the Bahir that didn't even get a chance to attack.
Oh, that was so good. That was so satisfying.
High damage dealing for that was Isla with 35, followed up with Crendon with 32. Combat stats for y'all there.
Like I said, one day Neftalia will realize how useful I am.
All right. Cool. Let's see what some passive perception is here. Ooh, nice. You successfully sneak on through.
What did you see, Isla?
What do you
So
have,
far,
see?
he's just sneaking around. We're looking at it.
Credon's right next to a sleeping, looks like hill giant, has like rolled over and has its arm in this pool. There's another hill giant that is over here in this kind of crevice that's also sleeping. It's got this massive belly that just can't be contained by its shirt. The last one is over here. This one is awake, and you see it has what looks like a human leg that is going at it like wing style, like a freaking chicken wing, as it's just pulling off the meat and chewing it.
Oh God. So remember when I said we were just kind of looking at it? Well, now we're looking at 3, and one of them is eating what is definitely a person.
I'm trying
What's
to think
Crendon?
of if there's
I
a
was gonna
very.
say, and Crendon is frozen in fear.
Crendon is also thinking, like, do I think I could hit this one hard enough while it's sleeping to kill it?
As you're doing that, the one that is awake stands up and starts walking towards you, Crendon.
All right, we're gonna take a stealthy spots.
Give
We're
me
gonna
another
do a
stealth
hideout.
Not good, not good, not good.
Stealth roll.
Damn it! Even worse. I rolled a 2 for a 14.
A 2 for a
I would like to
14.
redeem a gooey reward card.
I mean,
I'm not gonna let you waste it. Just because these guys' passive perception is so low.
do I still have? Oh, is it better still?
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't physically. Okay, hold on. Does a 13 beat their passive?
Hypothetically, aside from the train that's going on in the background, yeah, it's impossible for them to see you.
Good, because in that one doesn't technically fail on skills. I'm good. I'm just gonna be looking around.
Now let me clarify my position real quick just to make sure
Okay.
everybody understands. They passively cannot see you.
Should we make any commotion that would cause them to actively look? They'd have.
That's
a better
another
shot.
story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Passively, they cannot see you.
Okay.
You don't know that.
No, but I'm going to be cautious, but also know that I am very sneaky.
Imagine you're like in the background. There are giants in the sky. There are great big terrible giants in the sky. None of them are acknowledging that you're even singing and dancing in the background.
Into the woods without delay.
No, now I'm gonna have to go listen to that.
So good.
I've seen it twice on Disney, or I have seen the movie come up twice on Disney Plus, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I should really watch that. And then I watched The Sound of Music.
Tick Tick Boom
The
is the musical you guys gotta watch if you haven't yet.
The
Dan and I have
movie is
sung a Tick Tick Boom song before.
the movie's fine. They're really good recordings of the show, though.
Nothing will beat our Scarborough Fair performance.
Clearly.
Anyways, he walks on over to the pool of water and like just starts getting these massive scoopfuls and just like and it's just dripping water. I mean, the hygiene on these guys is.
Oh, he is terrible.
Does he look
manners.
sleepy at all?
He does not look sleepy. He looks awake.
Okay.
The other two
Oh
are
my
sleeping. They're snoring very loudly.
I would love it. Yo, if we were... Oh, it would be risky, and it would be burning the second of my 2 5th-level spells.
This is what multi-shots are for!
If we were able to hold this guy and kill him without making enough sound to rouse the other two from sleep, maybe we could get all of them without waking anyone.
Silence on the entire party. Crendon, you are alone. What is the decision that you are going to make?
Okay, well, one mechanical thing that maybe needs some clarification that you might actually be willing to provide.
Yeah, go for it.
What would Crendon's perception of the amount of damage he could do by just digging it into this thing's neck and ripping be? What would his understanding of his ability to horribly, horribly wound the sleeping giant be?
I mean, I think that's a self-assessment that you're good to make based off of the mechanics of your character. I don't think that's something that you need me to.
Okay,
I think you're well if he's paralyzed and you hit him with your flame tongue rapier, then you're going to go ahead and do 2d8, plus 46 fire. Excuse me, I apologize.
Yeah,
you're well aware that like you will freaking.
We'll tear into him, but okay, all right. I think I'm just going to do a bit more stealth scouting. Once the other one's like finished looking around, I'm going to go poke my head to the 11 and the 11 and 4 o'clock directions.
All right, at the 11, you find another one of those ruins gates that is closed. That looks like you cannot pass. The 4 o'clock, as you kind of move on down over here, boop, boop, you see a wide open area. And I should say, where your character is at right now, there is a barricade that has been constructed. You see that there are trees that have been uprooted, and they have formed this kind of makeshift wall in between these two areas.
Okay. Now, once I have scouted, I'm not going to go rogue on this. I'm going to go back to the others.
All right. Last thing, down towards your 8 o'clock-ish, you see what looks like the outline of one of those rune gates. It seems to be open.
Oh, open. Open, you say?
Open, I say. And you're back with the rest of the crew.
Okay. All right. There's giants. 2 sleeping, 1 awake.
There are giants in the sky.
They're great, big, terrible, beautiful giants in the sky. It looks like if we were to come around from the other end, they'd constructed some sort of barricade. Probably wouldn't be the way to launch an attack. You
also saw that same shackle on all 3 of their feet. I apologize.
They were all shackled. There was one of those gates that was shut, and the other currently sitting ajar. I think I am capable of getting the drop on them. At least one of them I think I could maim pretty horribly before they could mount any sort of offense. Ideally, maybe we could get multiple people into position to do the same thing simultaneously to the other sleeping one if we had someone equally quiet.
Natalia, do you have a sleep spell memorized? Prepared? I guess they call it now. What the kids today call it.
No.
Oh.
Hold on, can I make people sleep? I think I may not be able to make people sleep.
Silence.
She's got a web.
Does anybody have silence?
No.
I can haste somebody, though. You might be able to get the drop on 2.
I don't think we can take one out. Well, the party can take one out while it's still sleeping, but that other one's going to... If we had a silence spell, we could take them all out pretty easily.
I'd love at least one other person in position so we could begin our attack by getting 2 of them at the same time.
My best shot's invisibility for that. But otherwise, I can be of much use away.
Perhaps if we were to get you in position invisible and Neftalia towards the back to fire off a few arrows, it might be our best shot of horribly crippling or dispatching at least one before engaged.
Let's move back over to that. Let's move over to that little alcove at the 3 o'clock.
Sure.
Do a little party discussion there.
Quember does speak up. He goes, "Hey, I got a spell that could help us all be a little bit more quiet. It's called Pass Without a Trace."
Oh, beautiful.
Remember.
That would help quite a bit.
That could be a
Nobody
fun
has
time.
silence.
Nope.
Nope, he does not have silence.
Not quite built for being quiet.
I've got a lot of battlefield control and a couple of splashy damage.
Quember is
That's a fun
virtually
boy.
all buffing, but not silence. All right, you guys want to go where?
Just to the little that little alcove at the 3 o'clock. Just sort of not right at the entrance of the doorway, doing our plan.
Something like that.
I do have darkness. I could throw them all into a pit of darkness.
No.
It is both my friend and imprisoning me. Absolute
If
horror.
we had silence, we'd cast out a little pebble, chuck it over to where this one giant who's awake, and then go slaughter him in silence, and then grab
If
the
we
rock.
want to
and go.
take 8 hours, I could get it, but
Let's not wait that long.
you'd probably
Yes.
be awake by then.
I think that they'd probably trade off, and then we'd have 2 awake and 1 down.
Do we actually need to kill them, or can we just go around them?
If we could sneak everybody by, it might work, but we'd be moving directly past the awake one.
Pass without a trace, and some invisibility and haste. We could probably make it quick.
Possibly, but we might be moving directly through its line of sight.
If we need to retreat once we get another through that portal, I don't like the idea of leaving enemies alive behind us.
Well, I'm feeling inspired by this music.
Could magic missile his eyes.
You're that precise.
You can only target a creature.
Go for the eyes, boo. The eyes.
Go for the eyes! Oh, man, Tim Cummings.
I don't
Magic
know.
is impressive, but now the Minsk leads. Swords for everyone!
Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
Yeah, best lines.
All right. I don't know. I still like my plan. I can really mess one up.
If you want, we can sneak in. I'm not against it.
How about this idea? There's one sleeping one real close to the door, right?
Yes.
We go hammer him hard, come back out to the door. The one who's awake, if he does see us, he's going to follow us. We just pin him down in that doorway. We can. Does Neftalia, do you have spike growth memorized, prepared?
I'm pretty sure she does. Let me just double check. Yes, I did prepare spike growth this morning.
If she casts that, and then Ayla, you cast darkness on that hallway, he's gonna be slowed down, taking damage the whole time, confused.
The door, the secret doorway that you guys basically have found is not big enough to fit a hill giant through.
Oh,
Well, why don't we just try and murder one real quick, and then Neftalius sits back and shoots at them?
then we just
Just
come
to-
back to the door.
Just to kind of give you guys a description. It's more or less a rough-hewn door through this wood that you can tell there's some aspects of this vegetation that has been placed there to help conceal this passageway between the two areas. But it's very rough-hewn. You're looking at about 5 feet of stone over to the other side. Probably sitting at about 5'10". Neftalia has to duck down. She's the tallest amongst you all. Might be second tallest. Theros might be the tallest.
I guess we try it, and then at least we have somewhere to run.
All right. Then, in that case, I would like to move into stab position, and I think that we should follow that up with Neftalia shooting arrows at that same one if it's alive.
I'm going to be just in the doorway, and I'm going to run up 20 feet, chop at it, and I'm going to run back 20 feet.
And Quimber, are you casting your pass without a trace?
I can if that's what you all want.
Perhaps, I don't know, this action that we're going to take will alert them. Perhaps it's not the best use of it.
What would you like me to do?
What offensive options do you have at your disposal? Do you think... Do you
Magic
have any...
missile, shatter, spiritual weapon. I could fireball it, but that's kind of big and loud. Otherwise, I have
It's
cancer.
not really loud. Everybody says fireball. It has a very low explosive force. You go about, but they'll see it.
It would be the
I'm
same
going
with
to, from personal experience,
You have
Throwing
personal
us-
experience with fireballs?
I have a personal experience with throwing a third eye into a bunch of friggin' wood, and that has some, like 2.5 gallons of gasoline on it, and the boom that came from that.
Yeah, but fireballs, it's always from like first edition. It always has very little force that pushes out. It's more of a poof.
Just letting you know, this is 5th
It's
edition.
gonna be really
so-
bright. You know, everybody's gonna see it, but
Just letting you
not
know.
gonna knock everybody
It
off
would
his
be
feet.
the hill giant screaming sound.
In my personal experience, which is what I'm making this rule off of, it does make a considerable boom noise.
We're gonna see
Boom,
it no matter
boom,
what,
pow.
so.
What you say?
I'm not saying it's silent, but it's not like a C4 going off.
I'm just saying in Ziothe fireballs, there is a considerable
Not saying you're
low.
Have a stealthy fireball. That's gonna
Yeah, it's not like C4. I'll send you the video that I'm referencing for this thing. Just because, of course, we took a video of us doing something.
I've done
dumb.
that too.
Okay, so I think I chop, Neftalia shoots, Theros wants to.
We're gonna.
I think that Theros moving is the thing that is probably the most likely to get an immediate from everybody. So we should plan to attack and retreat in that case.
So can I get a quick pause so I can make sure I understand how you guys want to execute this properly? So I'm going to put your guys' characters inside the room real quick just so that way we can kind of plan this out.
Put me right next to the nearest sleeping giant.
All right. It's very poetic. All right. So you guys want Crendon to be next to the sleeping guy about right here, which will update here momentarily. Let me go ahead and pull this up for the audience too. Boop. I'll move this up over here. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So you want Crendon, you want to be about right there. Does that sound about right?
Yes. And
All
I
right,
think
you-
I'd like to communicate that my plan to Theros is if we manage to do this all quickly and quietly enough that it dies without alerting its allies immediately, and I would like to attack it when the awake one has its back turned. Do not attack. Hold off, and maybe we can get the surprise on one more of them.
All right. You don't have to whisper this right now. You guys aren't quite in the room.
All right,
I'm trying to get this mapped out so that way I understand what your plan is. Neftalia is going to
Yes.
stand more or less in the doorway, and she will fire off and do her thing.
Okay, you can cantrip at it if you want, Isla. Just like to do something to contribute on the damage end. And Theros, if we do not kill it with those things, will come and chop.
All right. So more or less, I don't think he's going to let me put him on the map here. Oh, there we go. So he's more or less standing in almost like on the other side of the vines, ready to run out and get him.
Yeah, exactly.
What do y'all want Quimber to do?
Stand by.
You could do the same thing as Theros.
That's true. That's true. If we're pretty sure that we need to blow cover to kill him, he should run out and chop too.
All right. Does that sound good for everybody?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
This isn't gonna work, but sure.
Whatever. I'll kick it off.
All right. Let's go ahead and start off with the roll initiative.
All right.
Ooh.
23.
Not bad.
I rolled a 12.
20 what?
God,
15.
I am at last the Colopia.
All right. Well, Neftalia got 27.
Stop it.
Hey, Quimber got a 20. All right. Crendon, what did you get?
I got a 23.
23. Isla.
21.
All right. Neftalia, 27. Theros.
15.
All right. Quimber got 20. All right. Well, everybody goes before the Giants except for Theros.
Cool.
Haha.
May I roll stealth to stab as quietly as possible?
Give me 1 second. Let me just kind of work this up in such a way to help make it easier for everybody.
Cool.
All right. So this one that I'm going to mark with a freaking red dot is going to be number 1.
Okay.
This guy with a blue dot is going to be number 3. And this guy with a freaking green dot is number 2. All right. Everybody
We're just
who
out here
is
trying things, fam.
everybody who is, let's see here. Everybody who is leaving the doorway needs to give me a stealth check, which I believe right now is only Crendon.
Yes.
All right. At the start of whenever you guys leave the doorway on your initiative order, that is when you whatchamacallit. We'll roll your stealth check and we'll see what happens with that.
27 stealth for Crendon.
Okay, gotcha. With that, all of the giants are surprised right now. So your group will have your entire initiative order to go through before any of this happens, or before the hill giants get a chance to react. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Crendon,
I'm
I'm going to let you guys go out of initiative order because I know you guys this kind of depends on you guys doing different stuff. So Crendon, go ahead and do whatever you're going to do first.
Okay, so we'll do stabs.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. Yeah. 15.
So happy. You go to walk up on this thing. Oh, the other one that was awake has walked over to where the other one is at. And there you see him kind of like looking around at the belongings of the other hill giant. His back is turned to you. You go to stealthily walk up to this guy, and all of a sudden, to say that this is the worst smell that you have ever had is an understatement as you start coughing uncontrollably. Give me a stealth check at disadvantage.
You punk
At least a
I'm
13.
so happy.
punk ass. All right. So that's a 25 and a 19.
The one that's awake rolled an 18.
Oh, good. You freaking jerk.
Carry
Suffer
on.
for this.
Carry on doing what you're doing.
Suffer for this.
Oh, and it's back. Everybody back in the tunnel. Also, it's trapped. It's in your mouth.
Just
Theros
kill
is
me.
like, I can do
Kill me.
better.
Is this
Ogre
an
touch Half-Orc Barbarians like amateur hour.
is this an automatic hit or
what's
just
this one?
advantage?
All right, he is asleep.
He's effectively paralyzed.
Yeah, yeah. So I think it's at advantage and it's a crit, but I don't think it's an automatic hit.
Okay. All right, that's a. I roll 2 24s with my advantage.
Solid. Do some
All right.
damage.
All right, let's go. All right, 5 plus 7 is 12 plus 4 is 16 stab damage
Mm-hmm.
plus. Ooh, good roll. Plus 16 fire damage.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Now I'm gonna zoom back through the hole.
Okay. How far are you going back into the hole?
Behind Quember.
Sounds good. You're effectively on the other side of the doorway.
Cool. Yeah, now Neftalia can shoot, I think.
Neftalia comes on up. She's going to go ahead and take her attack. She sends her locust. They're going to go ahead and do 2d6 damage. Crit for 11.
Nice.
Oh god, I hope we get to drop 2.
All right. Neftalia is going to go ahead and take her attacks.
Drop 1.
The creature is prone. However, it's massive, so she's not going to take disadvantage against it. 16 for the first attack. 26 for the second. Double check their armor class. Yeah, she hits on both.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do
Crits.
some damage. She does not crit because she is not within 5 feet. That is my understanding of paralyzation.
Got it.
See here. 8 and 8. 16 more damage. All right.
Then let's hit him with the cantrip.
Talia backs up. I'm also assuming that all of these actions happen simultaneously, which is why the giant's not getting a reaction to
Yes.
wake up and be like, what the hell? Which is exactly what it sounds like. All right. Next up, I believe, is Isla. Yep, Isla.
Magic missile.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, that one's gone forever. Okay. 4, 8 plus 3, 11.
11. All right. And then what do you want to do? As far as movement
She
goes?
is going to back up behind Theros as well. If she's got to be like slightly to the side of Crinden, she's fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Wouldn't
Next up
mind
is going to
being by
be
Crinden.
Quimber.
Yeah, I mean, if it's still alive, our loud boys can fuck him up. Sorry,
He's
shouldn't be
still
swearing
alive.
on stream.
He's definitely still alive.
Yeah, 100%. Question is, am I going to let Theros kill him, or is Quimber going to kill him first? Yeah, sure, why not? Hey, what's up, Dead Lemons?
Don't worry, we are.
Quimber's going to run forward 10 feet. Be like, Tag, you're it. It's a cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh.
He's also going to do it at 3rd level.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and try and hit at advantage. 15. 19. Nice. 27 to hit.
It's 10d10.
Yeah, we're essentially counting these as crits because he's effectively paralyzed. Although he's not really paralyzed, though. He's just asleep. I'll do 10d10. I don't care.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun.
Reward our strategy.
Very poor roll. There's 26. (26 plus 23 equals 49.
Woo!
The giant, you hear its breathing become labored as these sickly green veins just kind of go up its neck, and it is pale. And now, freaking, what's his face is going to roll a stealth check at disadvantage.
Let's go.
10. Yeah, 12. So as he runs out and touches it, the one that is awake turns around and looks at this jingling armor and goes, "What you doing to Fred?"
Oh, Fred is dead.
The gig is up. All right.
Oh no.
Hill Giant number 2 is surprised. Theros, your turn.
Did we get him?
Yeah, that one's dead.
All right, cool.
So move.
Red Fred is
5,
dead.
10, 15. So move down 15 feet south.
Stand by, I'll move you. With a ceremonial X on Fred. All right, 15 feet south.
Yep.
Boop.
And make sure this works right.
It doesn't.
Yes. Use my bonus action to go into a rage.
Sounds good.
Chuck 2 javelins at the conscious one.
Sounds good. Armor class 100.
Does a 27 hit?
Yeah, it'll hit.
What about a 22?
Chop.
Yep.
Chop.
2 hits.
So that's 7, 16. So 20 damage.
Not bad.
He has disadvantage on any attacks against anyone except me.
Sounds good.
And then I'll move back through the doorway with my extra 25 feet of movement. With 25
far?
feet of movement. 25 feet.
2, 3. All right. We'll pop you out right there. All right. I guess Quimber should have ran away, but he did not.
I assume
All right.
he did.
Quimber.
Did he run
Quimber.
away?
I should have.
Did he?
Quimber.
I just forgot to move him.
Okay, but he did?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if
All
not,
right.
he wouldn't have come back to the door.
Now I will hurl insults at them repeatedly.
All right. That's the end of your turn. All right. Top of the round, Neftalia. Neftalia's around. She got 2 arrows cocked, but she's kind of sitting, kind of looking to the rest of you. Are we just going to wait?
No, I think we should kill them from here.
How?
Just keep shooting them.
So
They're
pop
still
out.
Pop out, shoot arrows, pop back.
All right.
Yeah. Why not?
Sounds good.
They can't
All
reach
right.
us, probably.
So she goes ahead and she's going to pop her head out. I don't know where her character went. You guys are like all
Land
stacked
of
up on
ocean.
this thing.
No, Neftalia, don't climb the ceiling.
There we go. There she is. All right. She goes ahead and she pops on out. She's going to go ahead and do 1d6 bugs. 1 damage.
Every little bit helps.
Would this be on green or blue?
Blue's already damaged because he's the biggest threat
Blue.
right now.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Let's.
I'm hoping
let's
he'll
concentrate on blue.
lose his cool and come after us without waking his buddy up. It's possible.
Blah, blah, blah.
All right. 28 to hit. First attack. 20 to hit. Second. Dirty 20. For a total of. Jeez. 5, 6, 11 damage. She'll pop back inside. All right. Where are you at? There you go. 11 damage. Crendon, you're up next.
All right. I'm gonna poke my head out and say, bet you can't even fit through this door, you fat bastard. And give me a 17 wisdom.
17.
You try to insult him to death.
Yes.
Oh, they're very wise creatures. 8.
All right. And 6 vicious mockery damage back through.
Solid.
Yeah.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, we'll just chill for now. We're just gonna keep this up until they provoke a change in tactics.
Isla, you're up.
Alrighty, I'm gonna pop through and pew pew pew, and then pop right back.
Okay.
Pew pew is magic missile.
Yep. Magic missile, magic missile. It comes out to 20. Oh wait, it's auto hit. Just kidding. Just kidding.
There you go. How many D&D groups are you in?
Too many. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Force damage.
Not bad.
And then just pop right back.
Sounds good. Quember's up. Quember's going to pop his head out. He's going to go ahead and cast a guiding bolt. I'm going to use level 2 slot
Nice.
because pourquoi pas. I got my OPI tomorrow, by the way, Will.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Bonne chance.
Merci beaucoup.
De rien.
He actually didn't do too bad. He's going to do 22 damage, and the next attack on that guy has advantage. All right. No, it's his turn now. All right, since none of you guys can see what's going on.
just a procession is just,
Yeah, exactly. What's this guy's speed? Is it like 1,000,000? Yeah, that'll work. Let's see here. Who's probably Theros? You're probably closest to the door. Do you speak giant?
No. Common and orc.
Cool. Then you hear thunderous steps.
They might take down their barricades, so we should be ready for that. Could come around the other way.
And then you hear something that sounds farther away.
Were the close ones like extremely close? Like
No.
right on the other side of the door close?
No.
Okay.
All right, I want to see what's going on.
All right. Your turn?
Yes.
Cool. All right, you pop your head out. You see, you can't see it on here just because vision. It's actually brightly lit. You're not this far out, just that way you can actually see. Green is awake and getting up and getting ready to grab a big old boulder. The blue one is all the way over at this open room gate looking into it. That was what you say.
I'm gonna double dash towards the one that has that's by the gate. Can I get all the way over there?
How much are you? 80 feet?
Yeah.
$80 divided by 5.
16.
Yeah, you got this. Yeah. You pop over to him.
Okay. And reaching to my inner reserves, I will take an action surge.
Cool.
And swing at him with my great axe.
Sounds good.
First attack's at advantage.
Go for it.
Is it 26 hit?
26 does hit.
He rolled a 25 and a 26.
That was advantage. There's a 13 hit.
Yes.
Okay, so that's weak. 18, so a total of 22 slashing magical damage.
22? Not bad.
Yep.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I did pretty much everything I could do. So.
Sounds good. Who would have thought Theros going off all by himself?
Eh.
Not really by myself. I'm just.
All right. This one goes half movement to stand up. Where does it want to go?
Away from here.
It sees a puny over here. 1, 2. He's going to move this far over towards the kind of close Theros. He picks up a giant boulder and he's going to throw it at him.
Okay.
All right. Come on, hit Theros just because I want
Do we
to.
want to roll for the possibility that there's a big old boulder right next to where it would be convenient for this guy?
They carry bags of boulders. So
All right.
throwing boulders.
26 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
Okay. Takes 16 bludgeoning damage if it didn't.
Nah, I'll take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Sounds good. That ends this round. Let me go ahead and do one thing to the initiative order real quick.
Oh, good.
He was shouting for friends.
Yes, that's why I went over to stomp him.
Oh, yeah, let's get that blue guy first. We don't want more coming in past him.
Neftalia's up first. Neftalia runs inside and sees the battlefield has changed. She yells back and goes, Theros ran farther inside again.
All right, time for a full frontal.
All right. Well, you say that, so she's gonna go ahead and take about. She's gonna move behind this tree so that she has half cover. She's gonna pop out. She's gonna do her little bug thing. Bugs and arrows. 5 damage.
Good. Good bugs.
Yeah, not too bad.
Bug friends.
I mean, an additional D6 of damage automatically every single turn ain't too bad.
Plus, you can move yourself out of range of stuff if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. First longbow attack. 21 to hit. Damage is going to be. Come on. That's the second time I've run lowest damage. 5 damage. Second bow attack. Get that. 12. She misses with the second one. All right. And it's her turn. Crendon, you're up, buddy.
All right. I am going to go ahead and walk inside, and we're going to keep the healthy giant off of our boy if we can.
Okay.
I'm going to try and use Tasha's on the healthy giant, 17 wisdom.
All right. 17 wisdom.
I'm a strong spellcaster.
All right. The healthy giant. First of all, what is your joke?
Excuse me, have you ever heard what happened to Fred the giant? Well, he died horribly. Ha ha!
Worst bard ever. All right, here comes the roll. 17.
Brendan's role is anti-humor.
14. He is laughing.
Oh, good.
From what I understand, he falls down prone, laughing uncontrollably. At the end of his turns, he can make a reroll to try and break it.
Actually, okay, so at the end of its turn and each time it takes damage, it gets another wisdom throw.
All right, sounds good. That is your action. Do you want to do bonus movement?
Yeah. We'll also get us behind the tree next to Neftalia.
Sounds good. All right. Isla, what would you like to do?
Well, I guess I will run after them and get as close to Crendon and Neftalia as I can.
Everyone's behind this little tree. Tree of
Yeah,
bravery.
Come on, Quimber. I think we're going in. And
This is my safe place.
then she will... I hate throwing away spell slots, but we will just magic missile him at the second level.
The one that is currently fighting Theros?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Doop, doop, ba-doop. 11, 12, 13. 13 force damage.
Down goes George!
Well, about time.
All right. Is that the end of what you wanted to do?
Yes.
Sounds good. Next up, Quimber's up next. Quimber's going to go ahead and run on inside. Get behind the tree of bravery. The longest distance he got. Looks inside. We see one laugh. He goes, What's the plan here, folks? He goes, What's the plan here, folks?
Are you Quimber? What happened?
This
Hey, y'all.
it does things to you.
Hey, y'all, what we are looking like in the plane up in here, you know what I'm saying? Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
That guy.
Well, what are we going to do here? My first thought would be finish off the other giant, and then, if we can, barricade that door, because I think we might have friends.
All right. Let's see. He did a inflict wounds. No, didn't he? Did a higher level inflict wounds. That's
You
right.
did fifth level.
While he is
Third level.
prone, though, we should all maybe try and run up to him. Yeah.
All right, sounds good to him. He will just sprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's there. and he's just going to sit tight. All right, that ends his turn. Theros, you're up.
Do I see anything coming through the doorway right now?
You do.
What do I see?
What do you see with your ogre eyes? All
Ogre
right.
To Richard, if you speak in orc, I hear it and understand.
You're over on this. Let's see here. Yeah, that's fine.
People should do more with the languages in D&D.
All right, let me see here real quick. That'll work. All right, so you're tracking. You're technically back over. Give me Theros. All right, move the body. There we go.
He's giving you all that he can.
Yeah, so you're actually technically right back over here.
Mhm.
However, I got to put your pawn on the other side.
Gotcha.
What you see stand up and walk towards you is a giant that is far larger than these hill giants. He actually, opposed to these hill giants that have this kind of bulbous shape to them, this one looks like it was carved out of stone. He has a white beard and wears what almost looks like a gladiator helm, as all of a sudden he pulls forth a bolt of lightning. Who enters here?
Okay, so technically, I haven't entered.
No, technically, this doorway's open. There's just an invisible thing that's blocking.
We haven't
the-
entered anything.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, he looks at you. Again, these freaking pale eyes. As all of a sudden you see what looks like a bolt of lightning just coalesce. This will be your grave. He's gonna go and use his lightning strike at you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Well, I'm good at these. I can see the effect, though, right? Yes.
Yeah, sure. You can see the effect.
So I have advantage on the roll because I'm a nifty barbarian. Oh, jeez, a 10 with advantage.
Yes.
Well, something had to start going wrong eventually.
Makes me incredibly happy. You guys all of a sudden see the doorway in which Theros is standing just becomes engulfed in lightning, and all of a sudden this massive bolt of lightning that looks like the size of a tree trunk just flies through the room. Luckily, it misses everybody else. But Theros takes 45 points of lightning damage.
Holy cow.
Oh my god.
Blah.
Oh,
Hill Giant number 3, he gets a save at the end of his turn, correct? Crendon, Dan?
Yes.
Oh, yes, he does.
I go. All right, Wisdom. Here we go. 17 to beat. 6. He's still laughing.
Yay.
Neftalia is up. Neftalia is going to go ahead and...
Wait.
Gotta-
Don't I get a turn?
No, I thought you already won.
No. I got attacked.
Fine, then. It's your turn now. I guess.
I'm double dashing back, talking about we need to get out of here.
yeah.
We've taken out 2. Come back later.
How far are you going?
80
Come
feet.
back
I'm gonna try
later.
to-
We've got this one on the ropes.
I'm going to try to grab. His hair's all sticking. Actually, his hair's all sticking out like this. He's like, yes. He's grabbing. He's going to grab Quember as he goes, try to drag him along, and Quember consents to be dragged along.
Yeah. You may get up to the tree of cowardice.
Okay.
Tree of bravery. All right. At the end of your turn, Theros?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Friggin' Hill Giant does thing. Neftalia is like, all right, roger that.
Let's go.
She will go ahead and move. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, she gets a boop. So over here on the other side, she's going to ready an action. If anything comes through the door that's not you guys, she's going to throw an arrow at it. Crendon, you're up.
I suppose I'll go back through.
Yeah, essentially the other side.
Maintaining concentration until the last possible moment.
All right.
You don't even see the demonstration.
Isla,
Yeah, just
you're up.
leave it there, being a jerk.
Well, we're going to book it as fast as we can. So I'll double dash 60 feet in the direction we've come.
Thinking about here. Might be hard to see on.
I don't feel like haste is a great move here just because it's only one of us would be getting out.
All right, so that's Isla. Quimber is up. Quimber's going to go ahead and heal Dibbledy-ish. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-ish. Boop. All right. That is Quimber. Yes. The next one to go. One, two.
Scheisse. I forgot.
Boop. All right. Our new friend makes it to the other side of the doorway. He almost can't fit through it. Like as he walks through, he actually like busts off stones from it and then takes a look at Theros. Let's see if he gets his lightning strike back. 5 or a 6. I get to zap Theros again. It's a 4.
Oh, good.
All right. He's going to pick up and throw a rock at Theros. 28 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Go ahead and take 29 bludgeoning damage.
No, I'll take 14.
Oh, fine.
You still up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Theros is a big
About
boy.
a third.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and pick up another rock and throw it at Theros. It's multi-attack. I'll go ahead. I'll get a group ruling from the smart people here. It says multi-attack. The giant makes 2 great sword attacks. Is that
Yeah, that's
only? Okay,
It's
fine.
only the actual ones.
Fine then. He doesn't make another rook attack against him. All right, that ends his turn. Theros, you're up, bud.
We're only trying to get home. Just tries to say it as he's running.
Will not
That's-
leave here alive.
That's a crazy thing to say. We've murdered 2 of them.
All right. You move in what? 80 feet?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Man, the first party member I find, I grab and take with me. Actually, probably 2. These people are all tiny.
Neftalia is like your same height. All right, you guys get
Yes,
everybody.
but
to
she
the-
weighs like 120 pounds.
She weighs like she's a solid like 160. She's
Yeah,
tough.
but he has a large carrying capacity because he's ogre touched.
All
And
right,
he's
so
strength. He pretty much carried the whole party except for maybe Quimber.
all right, so you guys make it to the other side. What's the collective plan now? Yes, Isla.
You're the one who told us to fall back, Theros.
Could
What do
cast
you recommend?
darkness. Would that help? Hurt?
I don't think they can get through this door.
If you think so.
Did you see? Did anybody see the last one?
It won't come through that door, but they could take down their barricade in moments. They're much stronger than we are. They'll be coming around the other way.
Why don't you go scout real quick with the snake? Quimber, I could use some healing. Don't just, as soon as you see anything, if you're not going to be safe, just come back.
Crendon or me?
Crendon.
Oh, thank God. And she'll hand Iris to Crendon immediately.
All right. I'll go stealth over.
How much healing do you want?
Well, I'm at 46 out of 113. That lightning bolt
I
did a
like can
number on
help
me.
too.
Crendon probably has this.
Wait, I
They're
actually,
not Crendon, Quimber.
do I have any potions?
Go ahead and put on 50 hit points.
Okay, I'll do that. That feels much better.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. The steak. Yeah. What's up?
That big giant's more than a match for us. We can't just go toe to toe with him.
Well, we'll be
Oh, I
going
don't want
toe-to-toe in a moment.
All right, so the snake goes back through the doorway. The snake sees this massive foot. That's not really, it's big. He kind of goes on over and he kind of like rips off some of this vegetation hiding this doorway. And then he goes to turn around and he takes this massive greatsword and starts chopping away at this barricade that was constructed.
Oh, we need to go. We need to go now.
Where are we going to go? We could try to get past them.
You
he
know,
comes
he
around.
goes around the side. We could probably make that run.
If the snake can signal us when they're through, then we
Oh,
just bolt.
Yeah, you just tell me. I'll watch her. Someone just grab me when I say go, I guess, until I can snap out of it.
I can carry her the entire time not being encumbered.
That would be wonderful for us.
Yeah, I'm just going to be ready. I'm going to be ready to bolt.
All right, sounds good. So what ends up happening is the giant goes on over and busts through the wood timbers, but he doesn't turn left. He turns right. Actually, let me go ahead and show you on the map here because I can do things like that. There you go. Boop. I'm tracking, you're not there. I'm just using you so that we can see.
Yeah.
He turns right and he goes farther down south. And you can see something farther down south, which we will show on next week's episode.
Ah!
Where he pulls out a bazooka.
He already did that.
Sometime
Wow.
I'm just going to be fighting an ancient red dragon, or I'm going to be running a game for people who do. Who's just going to pull out a Glock.
Like I've had enough of it.
Something that really messed the red dragon, an ancient red dragon.
Oh man.
Ooh, fun stuff
Good
today.
game,
I feel like
guys.
we actually got
Yeah.
to approach this pretty clever. Like, don't get me wrong, we didn't get like all the way through those guys, but we did work.
It could
We
have
did
been worse.
work on them.
If we were doing like experience stuff like that, you guys would definitely get extra points for expertly taking down the Behir.
If
Yeah, the
somebody
pros-
had prepared silence, we could have taken all three of those guys out fairly easily.
I think
Yeah.
you're right.
It's true. Why didn't your character take silence?
Because I'm a barbarian. I
See no
told you the
excuses.
range takes silence.
Sorry. It's just kind of against you, like,
What?
you know, my whole personality.
Why didn't you take silence? Well, like I told you to, Lawrence.
Because I thought there's other cool spells to take.
Yeah, not for a ranger.
I like making people do things, not do things.
Precisely.
like
Thank you,
that.
everybody, for joining us this week. Next week, we will probably have a couple more familiar faces, which will be awesome, as well as everybody will be level 11.
Oh, exciting.
Ooh.
Very good. This is quite good.
Make sure your characters are leveled up before next Tuesday, and we will see you all then. Again, make sure you guys are keeping track on the GUI Cube Facebook page and website for updates as far as cons, new stuff coming out. Make sure that you guys are having a happy holidays, and any other announcements that we need to put out.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, in that case, everybody have yourselves a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you here next Tuesday, folks. Bye.
Have a wonderful night.
Wow.
I'm just going to specifically
Just keep
postpone.
doing it.
Okay, like, woo.
Blah. I
Oh,
didn't
I'm
finish my blah.
I'll just do this.
Oh,
Bam.
blah. Oh. Still going.
Still going.
The stream is just going to be an hour of Dan doing this.
Poor Dan. That's not
Please.
nice.
Help me. I
All right.
can't stop.
Take care, everybody.